Let's face it, Dad, you're basically a chauffeur, so why not do it in style?
Maybach music, Dad drives, hot cars.
Yes, this is the 2025 Mercedes-Maybach GLS 600. And today I'd like to consider it our Bach, huh? Dad joke? Welcome to Dad Drives. I'm Bradley Hasemeyer, father of two, and like you, a car enthusiast. And today I am super lucky to be behind the wheel of this Luxo barge, this shooting star, this twin-turbo V8 worthy 550 horsepower, rear seats that massage, that ventilate, that heat, that recline. There's even a champagne refrigerator in the back. Jeeves! Hello and welcome to the luxurious back seat of the Maybach. Guys, this is absolutely incredible back here. You know, as dads, we want to have presence. We want to have oomph, you know. We want to feel like Dwayne Johnson walking into a PTA meeting, turning heads and everyone's paying attention. That's what this Maybach is. On the outside, of course, it has presence. It has a stateliness to it that turns heads and gets people's attention. But inside, what is this? What even is this luxury? You know how we also talk about how our kids have better lives than we had? Just taking my kids to school and dropping them off in here, because you can put a car seat in here. I put one in here, put my son in here. He absolutely loved it. My daughter was in here. While I'm talking to you, I'm fully gonna recline my seat back here. There's no third row, but that's okay because that goes away so that I can have this opulent luxury where I can sit here, recline my seat. I can use these giant screens in front of me to turn on the massaging features if I want. I have full control of everything going on in this vehicle. My champagne flute, literally there's a place for the champagne flute. I wish I'd brought some champagne, no problem. A champagne refrigerator. Yeah, sure, it takes up some extra space from the trunk and removes some of that cargo capacity, but who cares? It's champagne. I love that. The seats are exceptionally comfortable. They come with these little like throw pillows. They aren't just throw pillows. It says Maybach. It's even got the Maybach logo. And then you've got these crazy comfortable like pillowy headrests. It just feels so good back here. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Bradley, that sounds great, except well, you can't reach the screen. Here's the back of the screen. Can't reach it. No problem. Let me just pop up the tablet. Yes, that's right. This tablet here controls everything that I can control with this screen, which of course then also controls everything in the car. Over here on the screen, you have charge of everything that the driver would have in charge of. You can change the music, you can change the ionization, you can change the amount of fragrance that comes in the car. I can control the first row of seats if I want to. I don't know why I would want to, but I can adjust the temperature up there. I can change the fan speed for both driver and passenger. Of course, I have my own. I can change the navigation if I'd like. I'd like somewhere else to go, Jeeves. Take me instead to Taco Bell. I could do that. It also comes with these beautiful wireless Maybach headphones. Fit right in the door. I can look at the off-road gauges to see why in the world we're off-road in the sand. I know we're just suspending disbelief about spending $200,000 on a vehicle, but for dad life, this is pretty phenomenal. You've got vents in the ceiling, vents in the B-pillar, vents in the middle. Each person back here gets their own climate zone, own fan speed. The ambient lighting in here is fantastic. This huge pano roof clearly lets in a lot of light on this rainy day. You have your normal stuff, USB-C chargers, HDMI ports. This is a wireless charger right here in the middle. I can just take my phone and place it there. It's fantastically quiet. So on days that you've dropped your kids off at school, driving the vehicle is very nice and quiet. There is a spot for your champagne. There's also spots for cup holders up here. I mean, this is fantastic, but it's not just about being in the back seat. Driving this thing is pretty cool too.
Maybach music, Dad drives, hot cars.
So everything, of course, has downsides. So let's talk a couple of them here with this GL 600 Maybach. Number one, 200,000 bucks. Yeah, that's a lot of money. That is a lot of money for a vehicle that is going to be hauling your family around. I would argue that it's actually a great value because when you put on the list of everything that you're getting, but 200,000 is 200,000. So got to put that one out there. Number two, there's no third row. because it's so luxury for the second row, the third row loses it because you need the space so that you can make your second row recline. So you're missing a third row. And this is a little strange. I know it's kind of like nitpicky, but in a $200,000 car, the shifter right here, the stock, just plastic. It was like one of the first things I noticed when I got in the car was like, wait, what? The paddle shifters are okay, but I feel like they should be more like a magnesium or like a metal. Like the touch points for this car, everything else, the steering wheel's amazing. Everything else, the center console with their like woe handles here in the middle feels great. The roof is great. The handle here's everything you're touching is great except what you touch frequently. Drive, reverse, neutral, park. I don't know, it couldn't have cost much more to make this like really special. That would be a note. Same with your windshield wiper stock, also controls your brights on and off. So that's basically it. The sound of the engine isn't like that gurgly brrr, like you get from the AMG, you know that sound. But it does have a nice kind of sound to it. It's definitely, you know that there's a lot going on under the hood. I took some of my friends, we went up to the mountains, we did like a weekend all together, college buddies, stuck them in the back. I'll show you B-roll of me with the guys, going through the woods, doing our thing. Anyway, when they were in the car, they were so in shock and awe of what it was like to be in the back seat. And then I was like, okay, let's go run some errands. Let's go, you know, out of the cabin, let's go hiking or whatever. And we get out on the freeway and I just crush it. And they're just like, whoa, like they really felt that kind of like excitement that you get from 550 horsepower twin turbo V8. And it's so smooth. Of course it would be, because you've got air suspension all around. You have the E-Active. When we were going through these twisties, like real like spaghetti noodle through up to the cabin in the woods, I put it on curve. So the drive mode knows that there's gonna be a lot of body roll, and so it anticipates for that and is able to adjust the suspension. So instead of turning left and right and going like this, the wheels underneath basically are moving while the body can still stay straight. And the linear acceleration of the 9-speed automatic is so smooth. So, you know, I've got the huge pano roof open and I'm on the freeway. I'm at 90 and I just feel like I'm driving 40. And what's crazy about this car too is hitting potholes that would absolutely wreck my suspension on my old Benz wagon. My daily driver is an 06 W211 Benz wagon. I would hit some of these potholes here in Atlanta and it would just absolutely, it would blow the tire, bend the rim, and destroy the axle. And I'm just floating over it thanks to these giant 23-inch wheels. Piloting a vehicle like this is exciting if you're the chauffeur driver. Like, this would be an amazing, could you imagine an Uber or you know, like a Lyft driver or whatever in a car like this? Like, this would be great to drive. It's kind of an ultimate road trip machine. It's extra smooth. There's a ton of space in the back. You can watch your videos, you can take a nap, you can get a massage. Every single seat in this car can get a massage. It's just so comfortable in the front as well. I turn on the heated seat, the middle armrest here warms up, the side armrest warms up, the entire seat warms up. I turn on my massaging options and I've got energizing massage, I've got classic massage. Do I want it to be really strong and heavy, or do I just want like a nice little sprinkle? I mean, it's wild the amount of control that you have over your experience. And that's what it is. That's what the Maybach is. It is an experience. It's not just a car. It's not just a drive. It's what first class in an airplane is like. You get up there and it's, hello, Mr. Hasemeyer. Thank you for being a Delta member for 15 years. Come on this way. We have your preferences. Your orange juice is here. You know, your moist towelette that's warm is here. And it's great. What else do you need from a car? You need some space. You need some room for your kids. I put a car seat back here. I put my son back here. We had Lunchables in the car. Maybe the only time a Maybach has ever had Lunchables in the car. And of course my son dropped the Lunchables, and so there was turkey and fake Oreos on the car mats, but it cleaned up, it was fine. Let's talk about the design for a minute. The street presence, the panache, the oomph that this car delivers, especially in the front. When I was trying to like be subtle about this and park it in my driveway because I was going out of town, I didn't want to worry about anybody messing with it, I pulled it in so just the rear was facing the street. You wouldn't even know it's a Maybach except for the little lettering that says Maybach. It may as well just been a GLS. From the front, oh my gosh. Not only does it say Maybach, and I love that it's got the old Benz, well, regular Benz logo, but like the little circle emblem on the top, but the giant vertical slats on the grille, right around where your fog lights would normally go, there's these cool kind of Maybach emblems that has very much like a, I don't know, like a high-end coach bag type of design to it. The giant wheels, the wheels alone, buy the car for the wheels, $6,000 for these 5-spoke monoblock wheels that are 23 inches. I looked up the tires because I was like, how much would tires cost for something like this? The tires alone are like $700. It is wild what you have on a vehicle like this, but it's still understated. It's still, it has presence without yelling at you. You know, I love that when you open the door, the giant step pops out, and if you'll notice, the step is actually skinnier for the driver and the passenger and wider for the rear seat passengers, because that's the aim of this car, is for the people sitting back there. Of course, the Maybach logos and emblems are throughout, from the carpet to the door sill. Of course, in the front it says Maybach. The C-pillar has a really cool Maybach emblem there. You get it kind of smattered throughout. Here in the center console, you've got the Maybach emblem and logo here. And let me take a second to talk about the interior as well. So dual screens, I believe they're 12.3 inch. This is part of Mercedes' kind of newer tech design language. They're fantastic, easy to use. You can adjust so many elements to it. The digital, what would you call it? Like basically the digital gauges in front of me are fully customizable with all kinds of different, you can go the Maybach look, you can go classic look, you can just go full nav. I don't know why I put that in air quotes, but I was quoting everything. So there's a bunch of great customization there. I love that there's physical buttons still here in the center console. You can control your media. There's a one button right here, boom, just touch that. I get my full 360 camera, including 3D views. I can make the car bounce, which hopefully you've already seen in this video, because that's one of the coolest features to this car, is the bouncing. Originally that was to help get the vehicle out of sand, because who's not taking their $200,000 Luxo chauffeur into the deserts to get people around. But your quick access button there for your drive modes, your dynamic modes. You have your sport and your comfort, and you've got your individual, you can set it, and you've got Maybach mode, and you have curve mode, and you have off-road mode. Utilizes the suspension, how soft it needs to be, how responsive it needs to be. Obviously your steering and throttle input as well. Major dad points to Mercedes for allowing for large bottles to fit in the middle, as well as the door. I could imagine, you know, there's 3 bottles of champagne in the rear, and those get used because, hey, we're having a party. What else am I gonna, it's okay, I got another bottle of wine or champagne or whatever here, because these large water bottle holders. So I love that. Of course, if you've seen any of my reviews, that's a vital part of dad life, is being able to have your large water bottles. So big fan of that. So there you go. What do you think, Dad? Is this your next dad drive? I think it should be. It's a fantastic family car. Forget that it's 200,000. Forget that there's no third row, but remember that there's 550 horsepower twin turbo V8 and seats in the back that will make every child happy. And that, my friends, is priceless. Make sure you're following us on social. Make sure you're staying up to the minute with all of our articles. I'll do a whole article with photos on this, as well as other news beats. Make sure you're following me, BHaz, on Instagram, @Hazemeyer, on TikTok. I'm Bradley Hazemeyer. Enjoy your dad life, enjoy your day, and enjoy your drive. I need more champagne. Oh, pull it out. Let's do it myself. Gotta do it myself? Ugh.
Maybach music that drives.